How did Sony get so many exclusives? Hi everyone, and welcome to Penny Voxel. Mountain lions can whistle, and today I want to go over 5 massive announced, yet to be released PlayStation exclusive games, each a reason in itself to own the machine. Sony has long been ahead of the game when it comes to exclusives and first-party titles, particularly in the single-player action-adventure genre, and it seems that every year the reasons for single-player game lovers to own a PS4 become increasingly overwhelming. If you like what you see and hear, give a like. If you don't, that's alright. And if you want to subscribe to the channel for more gaming coverage and some exciting original content in the pipeline, well, that would be certainly alright too. So here are 5 games destined for eventual release on PS4 that might just change your life. Number 1. Final Fantasy VII Remake. When I was growing up, Final Fantasy VII was consistently heralded as the greatest video game ever made. The Citizen Kane of video games. You know, older than you thought, difficult to understand, and not nearly as visually stunning as the people old enough to appreciate it when it first came out might have you believe. Fortunately, though, the 2015 E3 PlayStation conference revealed a visually remarkable from-the-ground-up remake/realization of the game, slated for PS4. Considerably less fortunately, that was over 3 years ago, and the most significant news we've heard about the game since is that Square Enix is going to break the game up into a line of serial releases in order to maintain and expand upon the scope and scale of the original game with as much detail as possible. That means as long as we've already been waiting for this game to release at all, we'll be waiting an awful lot longer before we're going to be able to play the full thing. But that's to be expected, right? This is Square Enix we're talking about, so hopefully more light will be shed on FF7 Remake's development once the also long anticipated Kingdom Hearts 3 finally launches next month. Number 2, Death Stranding. Hideo Kojima is probably best known for his Metal Gear Solid series, a franchise in turn known for its frequent lack of logic and convention, yet widely loved. But even the Metal Gear games had to follow some iota of semblance to each other, restricting their complete unpredictability to some degree. But now that Kojima is heading his own studio separate from Konami and separate from the Metal Gear Solid franchise, there is no telling what will come to define his latest project, Death Stranding. And by no telling, I mean no telling. There is almost nothing known of even the game's broadest details, except that it's very peculiar and it features a lot of really fine actors doing a lot of very odd things. But that's just part of the fun. When Christopher Nolan announces a new movie, we don't stop and ask ourselves, I wonder if that will be any good. No, we ask our friends if we can use their address to re-register our canceled MoviePass subscription so that we can see the movie the only way it ought to be seen. So yeah, Death Stranding. Enigmas are fun. And actually, in hindsight, I regret not forming a more suitable analogy using Stanley Kubrick. But alas. Number 3, Days Gone. Another zombie survival game, but this time set in a Can you guess? It's 2019, large, open, explorable, but terror-occupied world with dynamic weather and non-linear objectives. Days Gone is a stealth action horror title, perhaps currently best known for its horde system, allowing upwards of 250 flesh-eating NPCs to chase after the main character all at once. It's a sight to behold, and a sight only to behold on PlayStation 4. Originally intended for release this coming February, Days Gone has since been delayed until April 26th to leave time for further polish. Still, that is the most definitive release date on this list, so count your blessings. Number 4, Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is a game that blew right past my ears at E3 2018. It wasn't an anticipated franchise sequel, so it took several months before it finally landed in full force on my radar. Probably in part because I was getting really excited for From Software's latest Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and I kept mistaking one Japanese-English hybrid title for the other. Plus, I'm pretty sure they both have grappling hooks. But what is Ghost of Tsushima? Remember Sucker Punch's other game, Infamous, and its several sequels and spin-offs? Well, this isn't that. This is a third-person action open-world game, yes, but this time it's feudal Japan with a scope and a sword-based combat system that seems more akin to something like The Witcher than anything about superheroes. Yet, as breathtakingly beautiful as The Witcher was, this game takes atmospheric aesthetic and world design to a very new level. The wind, the music, the falling leaves, the clouds that blanket every inch of the sky but the setting sun. I want to roam free, and I want to roam free right now. With the choice to play stealthily or not, and with a horse and no designated waypoints to restrict your exploration, this is going to be the next big thing in the single-player open-world gaming sphere. Of course, I say next, but like most of the games on this list, the release date is still unknown, and that kind of just sucks. And number 5. The Last of Us Part 2. If any developer knows how to adapt to the times, it's Naughty Dog. Crash Bandicoot on PS1 was brilliant and brutally hard. Jak and Daxter were brilliant platformers as well on PS2, and the Uncharted series, originally on PS3, brought the company to a whole new place in the industry. Like, running, climbing, storytelling, gunplay, and general Hollywood-level action that hadn't been seasoned to such perfection in basically any game prior. But did Naughty Dog stop there? No, because they made The Last of Us an unspeakably effective and affecting story-driven action game that was such a singular masterpiece that players, astonishingly, didn't even demand or expect a sequel from it. But oh well, because Naughty Dog loves us anyway, and sooner, hopefully rather than later, we're getting the PS4 exclusive The Last of Us Part 2. It's even post-apocalyptic now. Ellie has grown and taken the reins on the story, and the survival stealth action gameplay has evolved into what will probably be the pinnacle of the genre for some time. Seriously though, if I bought an Xbox One last summer just so that I could play Sunset Overdrive and Skyrim with proper console mods, I think The Last of Us Part 2 is reason enough to own a PlayStation. Now, a release date for Last of Us Part 2 has not been confirmed, but some recent reports have targeted a late March 2019 release window, so yeah. here's to that. And that's the list. Which massive Sony exclusive are you most excited for? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to click on those poor like, share, and subscribe buttons down there before they get eaten by zombies, severed by katanas, or coddled by Norman Reedus. Also, if you are thinking of getting a PlayStation or upgrading to a PS4 Pro but don't feel like running your own costs and benefits spreadsheet, check out my video on why the PS4 Pro in 2019 might actually be a very not bad idea. I will link that in the description below. As always, this is Penny Voxel. Thank you, and good day.